Hello and welcome back to the Games Done Quick channel. You are watching Black in a Flash's summer speedrunning celebration, Juneteenth. Type exclamation Juneteenth in chat for the full schedule and visit gdq.gg/BAF or visit our Blue Sky to learn how you can get involved with the Black in the Flash community because it's awesome. It's great. Bobby and I are in there hanging out, doing Wordle, watching some awesome speed runs and hanging out with this beautiful and amazing community who have been showcasing their talent all weekend long. We have had some incredible runs so far. We have the rest of the night and tomorrow for some more incredible Black challenge runs and speed runs. So without further ado, I want to introduce our next runner. It's going to be really, really awesome watching Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. We're going to be watching the Shura glitchless run by GamingMusume. GamingMusume, please take it away. The stage is all yours.
Hi everyone. I'm GamingMusume, or just Musume, and today I'm going to be showcasing Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Shura Glitchless, which is the bad ending of the game with no glitches. I'm here today with OniNoir. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello. How's it going, everyone? I hope you guys enjoy the run. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah. Should I get started? Sorry.
Yeah, anytime you're ready, you can just go ahead, count down, and then, you do your 3, 2, 1, go, and then you can get started whenever you are ready.
Okay, here we go. We're going to start up a new game. 3, 2, 1, go. And we are skipping all cutscenes in this run. So if you're worried about spoilers, don't worry, you will not be able to follow the story. Starting off in this tutorial section where our main character, Wolf, has been thrown down a well, broken, beaten, bruised. And as you know, you cannot run when you are completely demoralized. So we opt for jumping instead because it's a little bit faster than the slow walk that you're able to do in this section.
And it's a little dangerous doing this when you're speedrunning because any one of these NPCs can shoot you.
Oh, yeah.
And really slow down your run just a little bit.
You saw that bullet that almost hit me? That could have been the end.
Here we go.
Headed over to the Moonview Tower, where we're meant to meet Kuro. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I just say your avatar is absolutely adorable?
Thank you so much. I love it.
I love it.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It is. I do love it. I do use a VTuber model normally, but because of technical stuff, I'm using the PNG. So we got our sword from Kuro, which means we can run again. As you know, you can't run without a sword.
Logic.
And we're going to run over to this area. We are skipping a big part of exposition about the story, which you would normally get from eavesdropping and things like that. We don't got time for that. We have a singular goal. The child is here, we ignore the child, and we continue jumping.
Is there a part of you that still just wants to parry him when you get to this instead of just letting him defeat
absolutely.
you?
So you can actually fight this guy, Genichiro, but in the speedrun, it's faster to just die to him. There is a big part of me that cannot resist wanting to parry him and just prove that I could get him right now. I could do him no hit. But with that, we have our grappling hook now, which means we can maneuver around the world a lot easier. And we're headed through the Ashina outskirts, sort of just progressing through the area. In the cutscene, previously the child was kidnapped. Naturally, we didn't see any of that. Just assume that
a fluid game.
Yeah. Yeah, just assume that Wolf is late to a business meeting and that's why he's, zooming. gonna grab this gachin sugar.
You need that for later, right?
We're gonna use it for our first mini boss coming up over here. The Chained Ogre. So the gachin sugar is gonna allow us to sort of conceal our presence a little bit so that we can sneak and get a stealth death blow on the ogre.
You want to take 1 bar of health off of him? Everyone's favorite wrestler.
There we go. Just sneak into that little wedge. And we are looking out for grabs. The grab is very dangerous.
God, yeah. Getting grabbed by him and thrown off the side, like when you first start playing, it's like, do I still want to play this?
I think it was a universal experience probably for people who have played this game. This is the first boss that the game throws at you, which can be very demoralizing. Just being very careful of the grab, and we get the death blow from the back because it is a little bit faster.
Flawless execution.
That is the Chained Ogre down. Gonna run through to a very iconic part of this game, I feel like. The section with the giant snake.
The tension.
We do this part a little differently, but there are skips that are very risky that I'm not gonna do today that can make this section even faster. So you can hear the snake over there. That's not a big deal. Just gonna shimmy over on this ledge. If you just press the shimmy key repeatedly, you will actually shimmy faster than just walking. Dodge to the left. Take our grapple.
I know you say while you're grappling, the snake can't get you, right?
Yeah, so there's something about grappling that I'm thinking it's maybe the hitbox on your legs that is like an iframe area. Okay. But he cannot hit you while you're grappling if you do it fast enough. And that's gonna come back a lot in this run, where if you do things fast enough, you are safe. They're gonna look scary, but you are safe.
Yeah, every time I get to that part, just like the hairs on the back of my neck rise up because I know the snake is right behind me.
We grabbed some more items there, an Akko sugar for a little bit of increased damage, posture and vitality damage. And we grabbed a little bit of money for a little shopping spree we're going to be doing later. Probably the most fun part of the run. But we're headed into everyone's favorite boss. Yeah. You can talk about the strategy a bit while I fight for my life here.
Basically, you want to get a certain amount of hits on Gyobu to stagger him. And specifically for him, he staggers up to 9 hits. She wants to time the staggers to prevent him from running away, which is extremely annoying and waste a lot of time. So the 9th hit should be close to his posture break. He'll always run after being staggered, and we want to avoid that. So you want to guide him to the staircase, which is what you see her trying to do now. And then you want to go to the next idol to save time. And it's the same idea in phase 2.
He is going to run away a bit, but we do have him trapped in the corner, which is not that big of a deal.
Here we go.
And 1 hit and he should be dead.
Flawless execution.
And his horse kind of just stands there and disappears into fog if you stay long enough, which is quite sad. But now we're headed up to talk to this mysterious man with a mask. It's totally not Isshin Ashida.
Couldn't be, because he's sick, right?
Right.
Sticking upstairs.
You refuse his request. You don't even hear him out. And you simply leave. It is very important to do, actually, because you need to talk to Isshin later on And if you don't do this part of his dialogue, he will not show up where he's supposed to show up. And it will halt your progression of the story.
You're coming up on everyone's favorite pet. Blazing Bull.
Get a little increase on our attack power there. And then head over to the bull.
Doing him on New Game +4 without a Kuro charm, if you don't perfect block, it's a pain.
Oof.
That chip damage will kill you.
Oh yeah.
And then the NPCs in the area are a little stronger, so they don't die immediately. And sometimes their AI will decide to attack you while the bull is attacking you. Just a
that sounds like a blast.
Good old RNG.
Run past all these guys. They can't hurt you. Jump on this corner. Very important. Otherwise, those guys will spot you and they might follow you into the fight.
Bull staggers after 8 headshots. So hopefully everything goes according to plan. Get a lot of damage in. Get that death blow.
Oh, he is doing the bad RNG. Ooh, and we do die to the bull.
Oh, yeah. Good old RNG. That's why he's our favorite, right?
Yeah. I will drink a gourd here. And we just simply have to wait for him to calm himself and decide to stop doing whatever it is he's doing.
He knows he's live, you know?
Maybe the lock on, maybe he doesn't like... I've never seen him do this before. Oh.
Literally never.
There we go. Now we're back in a good pattern. And he's dead.
There we go.
Stomp him so he goes down faster, and... there we go. I am gonna travel to my last communed idol. So because killing the bull changes the world state of the game automatically gives you the Ashino Castle idol, which is actually further than we are right now. So technically you can save a little bit of in-game time by traveling to the next idol. And I'm also doing it just to recover my health and my revives.
I didn't know that until you told me, because, you know, most people just keep running forward anyway. So
yeah, it's like right there.
Another fan favorite area in the game for first timers.
Yeah. Gonna go ahead and try to execute this kind of difficult skip called the front dojo. First try.
Hey, first try. Let's go.
And maybe we can grab onto the ledge. That would be even better. Into a pretty evergreen cheese for this next boss, Genichiro, as we affectionately call him. And Oni, you can talk about the strat a little bit as I try to count out my hits, make sure not to mess up.
Oh yeah, for sure. So this involves using the dead angle, which basically involves hitting the enemy at an angle so the AI doesn't register as being attacked. It's kind of used for like group scenarios, so enemies you're not targeting won't just deflect out of nowhere. So she runs into the corner, and as you see, she's hitting him even though she's not locked on. So it still does a lot of posture and health damage to him to get that easy win on his first phase. Oh yeah,
there we go.
Efficient.
There is a version of this strat where you do 5 hits, but it is a lot riskier.
Trigger up for the extra damage.
Right here, we're hoping to see 2 lightning. There's one.
Here we go. There's one.
The lightning does a great amount of posture damage, as you can see from the bar above. And we do get 2.
Oh, there's 2.
Genichiro has decided to be very kind to us today.
Right.
That does not happen often, I tell you what.
At all.
Ask a Sekiro speedrunner what's their least favorite part of this run. And there goes Genichiro. Surely he won't be coming back.
Yeah, surely he gets defeated here.
We're going to be going into a bit of a boring part here, where we have to complete a bit of dialogue.
What were you telling me about? You were telling me about subtitles being off because it makes the skipping easier or faster.
You can skip dialogue with your subtitles off. And give me 1 second. Menuing is actually quite hard. There you go. You can skip dialogue with your subtitles off, and it will consider that the dialogue has been completed. So the fastest way to run Sekiro is actually with your subtitles off, because you can't do that with subs on. And this was actually discovered not initially when people started running this game. So if you look at old runs from like 5 years ago, you'll find that they still have their subtitles on, and they just go through the entire dialogue chain.
That's the one thing about FromSoft games, their longevity. Just learn new stuff as the years go on.
Oh yeah, there are still new strats being developed, especially glitches in the glitch categories, like restricted or no air swim. It's very cool.
Surely that guy from before wasn't Ishin.
Yeah, surely.
How did he get up here so fast?
How could he get up here? He was down there. He tells us a bunch of exposition stuff about the Mortal Blade, and we skip through all of it and leave, as you do. You do have to do that dialogue, though, because otherwise you cannot progress later on. We're going to do a little bit of shopping here. This here is Black Hat Badger. If he'll sell us his wares. We'll buy 3 Yashariku sugar, which is going to be really useful later on. And we'll head over to the temple.
That's the one that boosts attack but lowers posture, correct?
Yes, it will boost your attack power by, I believe, 25 and 50 for posture and vitality. I forget which is which. And it will have your health bar. So it becomes very dangerous. You can basically die in one hit. But you do a lot of damage. It's a good trade-off for speedrunning.
So I was fighting Orin in New Game +4, and I just was going through my inventory, and I started using those. I was doing a lot of damage, but in New Game +4, without the Kuro charm, if you don't perfect parry, you take a lot of health damage. And she killed me in one swipe, and I just was like, yeah, I'm not using this anymore.
It'll definitely, we did acquire the Mikiri counter, very popular skill. I don't think anyone should complete Sekiro without acquiring that. But we'll be using it. Yeah, we'll be using it a lot in this run. And we're going into a really long running section. So if you have anything to read out, you can feel free.
Well, thank you. I've got stuff to read out. Musume, thank you for giving me that chance. Because I really want to tell everybody about the SGDQ ambassadors, because Summer Games Done Quick is coming up. By checking out our SGDQ ambassadors all throughout the month of June, support Doctors Without Borders by joining each ambassador's community in the lead up to SGDQ. Use !SGDQ ambassadors to check out the full schedule. I am super excited for SGDQ. Are there any runs you're excited about watching?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm locked into the swimming.
Okay. Either one of you. I mean, I know there's a UN squadron running there I'm excited to see. And I know, I think Limey's doing a run. So I got to watch that. I got to watch that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Everybody in BAF, I'm watching.
Midnight?
Oh.
Yeah.
A South of Midnight run as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely excited for that.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a banger.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. I'm watching all of the BAF runs. I'm very excited for Mitra's doing more Sekiro, obviously, because I love Sekiro. All bosses and mini bosses, which is a very rough category, but I'm very excited to see that.
Yes, let's go.
Grabbing one more Akko sugar. Which is like a Yashariku sugar, but Yashariku light.
Without the penalty?
Yeah, without the penalty. And you get less benefit. We're running through Senpo Temple right now, which is a part with some really dark lore when you really squint and look at it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. I used to hate coming here when I first played, because those monks they would attack you.
Oh, yeah.
Fly through the air, kick you in the back. I was like, all right.
Funny thing about the monks, they are actually used to set up a prosthetic swap launch glitch in the glitched categories. And yeah, we're buying spirit emblems here because we have the money. Why not? But yeah, there is a strategy that requires you to get kicked by one monk one time, which is pretty funny to watch. So that you're at low enough health that you die and you get launched, etc.
Mm-hmm. And we're coming up on Father of the Year.
Father of the Year.
He traveled for his son, to find that cure for him.
Ooh, we did get the gnarly opener. Two, three, four, five.
Doing this fight, day one was funny because it's like, why aren't you dying? I broke your posture and you're not dying.
Right. There is a gimmick to this fight, which is that you have to push him off the edge. And figuring that out on a first playthrough is a bit rough.
It's hilarious. No more gourd heals. Because he's just destroying you and like, why? Why aren't you dying?
Right. And the game tries to tell you too. The game is like, the boss has voice lines during the fight. He's like, you cannot kill me. My armor is too thick. And I was like, oh, he's just talking smack. Right?
Right. I'm over here with video game logic. Like, I'm stabbing you in the neck with
like,
the sword.
yes, I will. I will kill you, actually.
You falling down.
These monks can absolutely demolish you.
Another part that just like makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up, opening this door.
Oh yeah, this opening of the door is gonna look scary, but luckily this is from software. We have iframes. As you all know, you cannot be hit while you're opening a door. Try it in real life.
Right? Any iframe enjoyers in chat?
Gonna grab this idol right here for safety and head into one of, I guess, two gimmick fights of the game. Obviously, we're not gonna see the second one because we're not doing that ending. But the floating screen monkeys, that is a frustrating fight on a first playthrough.
Hilarious.
Luckily, we have the gachin sugar to make our life a little bit easier. A little bit of good pathing and stealth. We can dispatch the monkeys without too much trouble.
Yep. Typically, you have to chase down the monkeys and defeat them. And the last one that people have a hard time fighting is the first one that she killed because he follows you the whole time, but he's invisible and you have to pay attention to the snow on the ground. So it's funny when you have the knowledge of where he's at and you're watching a first timer do it.
But it's that simple with the gachin and the pathing.
Yep.
I remember I was one of those people who was very frustrated with the fight. Mm-hmm. And I did stream it on my Twitch, and I did ask my chat, just tell me where the monkey is. I'm tired of this. I would like to leave.
It's actually so funny. From Software has a way with gimmick fights.
Oh, yeah. It turns out those monkeys that we just stabbed in the back were just protecting this child. But this is the evil ending, so we won't think about that too much. As we go on and grab the Mortal Blade, which is not only a very important item in terms of story progression, but it's also important because it does big boy damage. Grab a couple of skills and then head to Kuro's room. Yep, looks extremely cool.
I didn't realize that you could still use it with even when you're out of spirit emblems.
Mm-hmm. So it does a little bit less damage without your spirit emblems, but it's still pretty significant. We grabbed the Gunfort Shrine Key because we are headed, unfortunately, to the Gunfort.
The place of all time.
Yes, yes. Those of you who have played Sekiro, I'm sure you remember this place. Maybe not that fondly, but I'm sure you remember it.
I think when I first played, I went here second. I went to the Gunfort second and went to the other area first. So when I got here, I was like, oh, I hate this.
Oh, this is mean.
What do you mean I have to fight another Snake Eyes? What do you mean?
Oh, heard you really like that boss. We put another one in the game.
Oh, that guy. Another NPC that'll mess up a run.
Oh, yeah.
Just shoots you midair when you're trying to jump across.
Yeah, that is probably the worst part of Gunfort, is that you will get shot midair while you're trying to just mind your business. And as you know, shadows die twice, so you do have a res, except in one situation, when you fall to your death and plummet to your death.
No res.
So the Gunfort does, unfortunately, end a lot of speedruns when we're looking for pace. But as you can see, I did grab the safety idol and I did pop a gotcha and sugar. So we'll just hope for the best. We've done everything we can to put the chances on our side. I guess this is my moment to ask chat for thoughts and prayers, as I always do when I get to this part.
Right, time to lock in.
Really, that's the only thing that can save you. Thoughts and prayers and the kindness of... There we go. We take one bullet.
God, there's one.
But as you can see, I made sure to minimize my time in the void or above the void so that on the chance that I get shot, maybe I won't fall. Another scary part here. And usually when I get here, it's all clear.
Yeah, I didn't realize you could drop down and hit those grappling hooks until I saw you stream it. I just was...
There you go. Usually.
Oh my God.
That's never happened to me before.
It never.
But... That's fine.
I love Gunfort.
That has literally never happened to me before. I'm gonna sit at this idol and take a big ol' rest.
We love Gunfort.
Headed into the long-armed centipede fight.
Super simple fight. Good old deflex. Another boss, it's a pain in subsequent playthroughs without the Kuro charm, because you mess up that perfect parry. And even when you perfect parry, you still take like a lot of posture damage. And he has more health too, so it's a pain.
Ooh, we don't love that. But as you can see, with the Akko sugar and with a very, very precisely timed sequence of steps, we dispatch him pretty quickly. Now, why is that boss named Long-Arm Centipede Giraffe? We'll never know. He is dead now, so we truly won't know.
Another part of the game that just makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up.
Oh yeah, that part with the snake, again, super safe. I know it looks scary, but we're gonna go ahead and make a prayer necklace here for safety, marathon safety. Get a little bit more health. Keep on trucking.
Oh, yeah.
This part is also going to look a little bit scary, but it's fine. You just got to believe, really.
Believe in your grappling capabilities.
Yeah.
Your reflexes.
And hey, look, it's the snake again. Wow, who could have thought?
Doing this part the correct way is another thing that's funny. Like, they give you the tools to do it, but you just have to like make sure you read.
Oh yeah.
To make that monkey just like to the side, put him under your control to distract the snake.
Yeah, with the puppeteer ninjutsu. And that's always available as a backup if you're speedrunning. If you're just starting out, don't be too scared of this part, because you can puppeteer the monkey if you fail that little jump that I did.
Okay.
We are at a patented Miyazaki poison pool because we can't have nice things in a Miyazaki game.
That's how you know it's a From game.
Yep. Fighting a very not nice boss in a not nice area.
Oh my God, I hated fighting this boss. I hated this area. Figuring out for extra damage. So when you jump and do the mortal draw, that's extra damage, right?
Yes. Whether it's intended damage or intended damage behaving unintendedly, it depends who you ask. There is discussion about this all the time. Jumping mortal draws, as in when I jump and activate my mortal draw skill, will do almost as much damage as an empowered mortal draw. Empowered mortal draw being a deluxe upgrade version of the skill that you would normally have to pay for in a skill book. And so we use jumping mortal draws a lot to deal big posture damage and vitality damage without having to go through the steps to upgrade our mortal draw. This chicken is horrendous. That part did not look scary, but it is, so it's the opposite. That chicken has ended many people's very good pace, so. Because he can peck you, push you off. That chicken is mean.
If it's one thing FromSoft animals are going to be, it's annoying.
Oh,
and
yeah.
For some reason, have infinite poise break.
Yep. Gonna do a little skipperoonie here. Headed into the hardest boss in the run.
Hardest boss.
Please pray for me. Okay, we did.
Death blow.
We did miss the air death blow, but I'm trying my best here to not die. Whew.
Let's go. No hit the hardest boss in the game.
We made
That's
it.
what I'm talking about.
We almost didn't make it really, but we made it.
Honestly, maximum efficiency.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about.
Very, very scary. I think everyone can agree. Grapple down
Coming
here.
up on the not fishing hamlet for my Bloodborne enjoyers.
The not fishing hamlet. Love that. No, this place does give fishing hamlet vibes.
Oh, absolutely. The first time I got here, I was like, oh yeah, this is just... Everything here hates you. Mm-hmm. It's water around.
Everything's angry. There's water. You feel like you're in danger.
You know. It's the fact that these guys, like, they come back to life, and the ones that can grab you while you're running on the ground. Super annoying. Oh, and then you skip over in here, right?
Yes, we do not fight Orin. We do not want that smoke.
Yeah, she's deadly in New Game +4 with no Kuro charm. It's a bad time if you don't parry correctly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it sure is.
He's so mean.
Gonna equip some items here to execute a little cheese on this boss that's coming up, the Corrupted Monk.
Good old Corrupted Monk.
It's all gonna happen pretty fast, but
So you're basically gonna be pushing back the monk with the items, getting them into position, because you're gonna jump, go back, and get that death blow.
There we go.
There we go. Easy. Didn't you say it's something like with the coding with like the actual Corrupted Monk?
Yes. So the Corrupted Monk, as you know, there's a version of this boss called the True Corrupted Monk. This one is just an illusion created by the Miss Noble. The True Corrupted Monk in the Fountainhead Palace has an intended aerial death blow. Mm-hmm. Now, because they kind of share either the same model or parts of the same coding, this monk also has I'll say an unintended death blow that does not count as a glitch, because we are in glitchless, that you can get from just jumping off from the tombstone there.
Did you know that you didn't play like day one Sekiro?
I did
like,
not.
The actual Corrupted Monk, you could actually death blow its first phase and its second phase, so you really just have to fight the third phase. Right.
I believe that... Oh, we do not need to rest here. I believe that there are categories where they run an older patch to do that for the glitches. So, yeah.
I was like, hey, I thought they just wanted us to fully lean into the shinobi aspect, but they were like, no, you're just getting one death blow. Don't... Here we go. Another area of all time.
Yeah, this area is filled with angry monkeys, and their boss is like right at the end of the area. There is a monkey with a gun here, which is pretty funny and cute to see. It's not cute when he shoots you, but...
Until it's a bad time, it's cute.
And enhance our attack power here with the memory of the monk that we've just acquired. Head into this boss fight.
Here we go. Another fan favorite for reasons. And getting those headshots with the swings does massive damage. That's already out the first phase.
Yeah, so with the Mortal Draw opener, we're able to do a little stagger loop there with R1s. And look, the boss is dead.
Yeah, surely there's no second phase.
Okay, I'm gonna move on now. Whoa.
We got confirmation.
Whoa, the fog wall is still there. Wait, hold on.
Oh, did the game break?
What's going on? Oh no.
I used to hate doing phase 2, but after a while, I prefer phase 2 over phase 1. Here we you go. The jumping death blow. Got that stagger in.
Okay, I hate when that happens, but we did kill him. For those of you wondering why I made that prayer necklace, look at my health bar. That is why I made that prayer necklace.
Just a smidgen.
Grab the flower here. Flower that he was going to gift to his wife, by the way. So we're continuing with the evil, trend.
We defeated him allegedly and took it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like deflecting that phase 2.
Yeah, the phase 2 is very satisfying. And as before, they do give us this abandoned dungeon idol for free because the world state has changed again. They have locked a bunch of the idols, and in order to not soft lock you, they give you this idol. We're able to swim down here and dive thanks to the Mibu breathing technique we got from the corrupted monk, which is why we absolutely have to kill her on top of the key item.
Oh, I hate encountering those one-armed shinobi.
Oh yeah, I don't fight these guys. Ever. But we are headed into the final 2 bosses of the run.
We love that. Good old Emma and Head Captain Yamamoto.
Yeah.
My Bleach enjoyers.
Head Captain Yamamoto, as we affectionately call him. Get one last attack power upgrade. And we're pretty stacked. We have our Mortal Blade. We have our Yashiriku Sugar. We're going to have a good time being evil. As good of a time as we can have.
Another fight I enjoyed in NG plus 4 with no Kuro Charm.
Oh, I can imagine. Fight. I can imagine.
You mess up, it's over.
Emma actually has some of the same combos as Orin, so.
Yeah, she does.
We agreed to our father's preposterous claims that we should become evil for no reason.
We don't really mean this, Emma. This is just for business.
Yeah. I really don't want to do this, but...
Being able to just walk that grab to the right it's such a game changer. Because it's like, you think you can jump away and she snatches you back down like, no, you're in my range. There we go.
And
efficient.
we dispatch Emma, which is extremely sad.
Here we go, final boss.
Start off with a jumping mortal draw.
Good opener damage.
We don't get no deflects at all, which is great. So he gets hit with the full force of the mortal draw. That's phase 1 done.
Easy phase 1.
I'm gonna pop another Yash real quick. And interrupt his opener with more mortal draws. And he's dead.
Efficiency.
We got pretty good RNG there.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we defeat Ishin and become Shura as we stare at his feet first.
Yeah.
And then when the game gives me control again, at the sunset. Wow.
The Thanos sit and exhale.
And time's going to be, whenever you see Sekiro, that's going to be time coming up here. And there it was. I mashed through it, but that was time.
Nice job.
GG. That was awesome.
Thank you, thank you. That went a lot better than I thought.
I told you would do this. You do this. Come on, it's you.
You did fantastic, Musume. Thank you so much for an incredible run. if you have any last things that you want to say, maybe some shout outs, tell everyone where they can find you, what projects you have coming up, please let them know. And also your commentary, please, your commentator, please also feel free to do the same.
For sure.
You can find me on twitch.tv/GamingMusume. We've been hard grinding this run, and there's a lot more to come. I am going for a top 100 record, and then we also do a lot of other fun stuff on the channel, mostly Souls games and things like that. We're going to be doing some bingo, some Elden Ring randomizer, a lot of different stuff. I want to give a huge shout out to Oni for being an amazing commentator today with me. Huge shout out to Ash for being amazing as well. Shout out to all the GDQ staff who made this happen. Shout out to BAF. Hello. Shout out to everyone else who did runs today. And gigantic shout out to the Sekiro speedrunning community, which has been just an amazing community. Could not have done this run without them. Special shout out to Emma, who helped me a lot. Figuring out this run, but there's literally too many people to name. It's a great community. If this run made you want to speedrun Sekiro, come join us. Visit our speedrun.com page. There's a lot of guides and stuff there to get you started, and we have a Discord. So thank you so much for having me, and shout out to everyone who watched at home.
And I just want to say thanks to Musume for having me on. It was a pleasure. I'm not a streamer, so I was kind of nervous doing this, but she made it easy. Appreciate it. And I appreciate the staff. They made the whole process super easy for me and everything. Thank y'all.
Well, you both did amazing. That was a really fun and masterful run. You should be really proud because that was amazing. Oh my gosh, you did so great. Thanks for representing Black in a Flash and showing off your talent here at Juneteenth. And I also want to say thank you to everyone supporting GDQ HotFix with your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits. Your contributions help keep our show running. If you're enjoying the stream, consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, and access to chat during replays. You can also always support the stream by sharing the Games Done Quick channel with your friends. And speaking of being with your friends, you know what? Today was a really great show, and it is my time to say goodnight to you all. Bobby and I are going to be saying good night to you all, but you're going to be in great hands because Thormangander is going to be up hosting next for an awesome run with Just Troy TV. If you don't know who I am, my name is AshSaidHi. This is Bobby. It has been such a pleasure hanging out with you this weekend. I won't be hosting tomorrow, so I'll be watching. I'll be with y'all in the chat. Excited to see the rest of Juneteenth. Incredible Black joy in speed running and challenge running. It has been such a pleasure hanging out with y'all. And shout out to GDQ staff. Shout out to all the runners. Shout out to all of the Black talent in speed running and challenge running. And shout out to PT and Limey for putting on an incredible show as always and including me as a host. So yeah, we're gonna take a short break, but before we do that, there is a segment by the interstitial team. You know, they're gonna be talking about playing as Black characters. So it's going to be a fun little video. Stick around, watch that video. We're going to take a break after that. And then Thormangander is going to be taking over. So I'll see you all next time. Have a good night from me and from Bobby. Bye-bye.